For you this Wednesday, how to keep the kids engaged for the rest of the school year. I know just a few weeks left. This can be the toughest time to keep them interested. Alan Sue, the manager of Best in Class, joins us this morning with some tips. And Alan, you say we can begin by sprucing up the school lunches in the final weeks.
That's right. Every day when kids go to school, they more or less have the same schedule, and it's hard for them to stay motivated to keep trying their best when every day feels like the same thing. So at the end of the school year especially, when they're a little bit low on motivation and ready to get out of school, it's nice to give them a little bit something special, maybe in their lunch, maybe a snack, something like that, just so they have something to look forward to in the middle of the day and they don't sort of just tune out.
Well, that's simple.
Yeah,
I love
very
that.
simple.
We can do that. And they want to play, right? It's summer, the temperatures are warming up. So you also say they get a friend involved maybe with their homework that they typically wouldn't study with.
Right. If they have a good time playing with their friends, they can also have a good time doing work with their friends. Maybe not quite as good a time, but it's better to do something with a friend than without a friend, right? So even if they're not having fun playing outside, maybe if they work together with their friend, they could not only enjoy the time they spend working a little bit more, but also get it done a little bit faster so they could go do something else after they're finished.
But you find the kids will stay focused. That this turns out to be a positive.
Yeah, if both of the kids realize that by working together and staying on task, they could actually free up their time to do things later, then both of them will be better motivated to stay on task and do their work.
One of the toughest things as a parent is you set limits, and I find this time of the year I start backing off those limits. How do I stick to it, Alan?
Well, that's actually one of the most important things, because when kids get a little bit lazy at the end of the school year, the parents have to step it up a little bit harder, because if you don't set a good example, then they're of course going to slack off just as much as you do. So if you have limits throughout the school year doing things like chores or privileges or allowances and using these to regulate their homework and study behavior, then you have to stay just the same way you were the entire school year. You have to keep those limits set in stone until they're finished.
Your final piece of advice, celebrating the simple achievements. Give me a quick idea of how to celebrate something.
Well, maybe if they've been working hard at the end of the year when all their friends are slacking off a little bit and they get a really good score on an assignment or something like that, you could take them out for ice cream or something over the weekend, give them a little bit of a boost to make them know that it's appreciated what they do and that they're being rewarded for working hard.
You tutor the kids, but obviously tutor the parents as well. So thanks so much for coming by
problem.
today. Alan Sue, the manager of Best in Class. Ashley?
Well, Kathy and Rod, we want to get